What's up, YouTube? I figured I would make a video overview of my 2013 TL with the 3.5 engine. I've been trying to make one for a while, I just haven't had the time or the opportunity to do so. Let's start with the cosmetic mods. I feel like that's the easiest way to start. I have Autohon AH11 wheels. They are 18 by 8.5 with a 35 offset and that nice bronze color. I think they complement the TL white very well, and they're also 18 pounds, which is pretty light for their price. There are lighter wheels out there for sure, but I feel like these strike a good balance between price and lightness, and they definitely do help performance compared to the stock 17s. The tires, these are not my favorite. I just kind of got them because they're a little cheap. Do not get these tires if you care about your car handling any type of sporty at all. They're not good for that. I definitely want to change those out soon. The car itself is lowered on coilovers. They are the Max Speed Rods brand. Very cheap. I also don't really recommend them. I just kind of wanted to lower it so it can match the wheels. It did make the handling better, but the ride is not really all that good. So if you care about comfort, definitely save up for some more expensive coilovers. I would recommend some BC coilovers, or what I'm personally going for, which is the Fortune Auto coilovers, which I think are pretty good. For the back here, I've got the discontinued depot, however you want to pronounce that, LED taillights. They have the smoked lens on them. I got really lucky with them. I found them on a website used for about 200 bucks, and definitely the best looking taillight you can do on the 4G, in my opinion. They just look really good. They have the clear reflector in there. It's kind of hard to see, and they just have the overall smoked look, and they look amazing with the LED lights and everything. So that's that. I do have LED turn signals on every corner, so there you go. I did have to buy some that include resistors, otherwise obviously the TL will hopper flash. On the back bumper here, I do have these eBay LED reflectors. They do light up along with the taillights. I did have to wire them in. They are sick. I definitely think it's a must-do for any 4G TL. They look very good, and they have an option of both this smoked color, and they have an option for the normal red color as well. So if you don't like the smoked look, you can always get the red color, but it has a little LED strip right here, and it actually also works as a turn signal. So whenever you turn on your left or right turn signal, it'll do a little sequential LED here to whatever side you picked. I do want to delete the chrome eventually. I just haven't really gotten around to it yet. I'm not sure if I want to do plastic dip or if I want to wrap it, like especially this part right here. I want to get wrapped in maybe gloss black, take this batch off, get that in gloss black. I have a carbon fiber rear window from a website. I'll put it on the screen right now. I can't remember the name, but I got it on a Black Friday sale. Looks pretty sweet in my opinion. It's got that forged carbon look. Of course, very dirty right now, but whenever it's clean and whenever the sun hits it just right, all those weaves shine really nicely. I think it's a very good look for a TL. I did buy some smoked out mirror signals or mirror lights. Usually the ones that you get from Unique Style Racing, they cost about $100. I got these from AliExpress for $16. They're meant for an Accord. I guess both the 3rd gen TL, the 8th gen Accord, and the 4th gen TL share the same shape turn signal for the mirrors. So I took a gamble and it paid off. They do fit. I do have the sequential light here. It lights up orange whenever you turn on the turn signal, and it's pretty sweet. Very cheap too. For the front here, I did wrap my grille with the gloss black wrap on it just to see how it looked. It's not the best job. I definitely want to redo it. However, it does look good. I want to experiment a little bit more with the surrounding areas, and especially the badge. I think could use to be gloss black. I think that would look pretty cool. And that's about it for cosmetics mods. I do have an LED underglow kit that is purple. I just did it because I like how it looks, and that's it for cosmetic mods. Moving on to performance mods. Let me pop the hood real quick here. So this is a full bolt-on J35 Z6 or Z6, however you want to say that. It does have the original 3.5 manifold, just ported by myself. It has a Halferland Performance billet throttle body, which is 81 millimeters on the opening side, and it is 72 millimeters on the inlet side. And it is the biggest drive-by-wire throttle body that is available that works plug and play. Definitely a good piece. I would definitely recommend that. I do have a custom little velocity stack setup here. So this is a 4-inch diameter MAF housing. You do have to tune for it if you do get this, so keep that in mind. And of course I have the velocity stack here with the mesh filter, just for peace of mind. I do have a tube here running down to the fog light to try and feed fresh air to that velocity stack. Eventually I do want to enclose it or maybe make it run all the way through. There's just not a lot of space, but usually it's fine. The intake air temps are only about maybe 10 degrees above ambient. However, when I'm stopped, of course, or when the AC fans kick on, it blows all that hot air into the intake, and that intake temperature gets pretty bad, and obviously it kills your performance because it retards your timing a whole bunch. I have pre-cat deletes, of course, into a J-pipe. I have the EGR delete. I have ported runners by myself. I am porting a new set that I think is much better quality than the ones I did beforehand, so that's going to be changing pretty soon. I have the PCB or hose delete for that back there, and then same for this one here. This one's just going off to the catch can, and then of course I have this plugged off. I have done the coolant delete for a throttle body. You can kind of see it right there, because this does not support it. This does not have any cooling channels for it, so there's that. There you can kind of see the coilovers. And then of course I have a J-pipe, and I have a single exit 3-inch exhaust all the way down to the back. Let me show you that real quick. There you go. It's got a little 4-inch tip. It's a little dirty because obviously it's straight pipe. Well, not really a straight pipe, but it's got no cats on it, so all the fuel, everything just kind of comes out through here. I do want to change this muffler setup at this tip eventually. I kind of want to push it out a little bit further just so it looks a little better. But on the last dyno session that I had, this engine with it being FBO or full bolt-on and tuned on 93, it made 311 wheel horsepower, which I've never really seen another 4G 3.5 do. I've always seen them dyno around maybe 270, 280. So as far as I know, I am the highest horsepower 3.5 4G so far. That's documented. That's like has proof and all that. You can find a dyno video in my channel, of course. Future plans for this, I am currently in the process of switching over to E85. I did order some injectors, 1000cc injectors from Fuel Injector Clinic. That should be here pretty soon. I did also order a fuel pump, of course, just to support that so I don't run out of fuel. But E85 switch is coming pretty soon. I also would love to eventually go boost someday. You know, just move the battery to the back and possibly put a little turbo on there. That'll be pretty sick, pretty sweet. And then I do want to gut the interior eventually. I have done some mild gutting before. I've taken stuff like the rear seats out sometimes. Right now it's full interior, but that's been out before. I currently don't have any spare or tools on there, so that's gone. But I would love to get these seats out, get that passenger seat out, get the sunroof out. That's my main one that I would love to get. But that's about it interior wise. Not much. I kind of wrapped this forged carbon just to see how it would look. I think it looks pretty sweet. Not the best job, but it definitely changes up the interior. I did add the SH all-wheel drive paddles to my, I guess, base model or tech model. I think they're way better. The normal OEM paddles are about half a paddle and they're pretty small, and these look pretty sweet, so I just grabbed some on eBay and put them on. They are direct plug and play. Steering wheel is wrapped with a leather wrap right here. I think it looks pretty sweet. I might change it out for some smooth non-perforated leather in the future, but for now it's fine. And then I do have a Android Auto and Apple CarPlay unit here on the OEM screen. It's just a little module that I found on Alibaba, I believe, and and it just plugs in line with the radio stuff, and it displays it right there, and it's very convenient. Definitely a must-do for any 4G owners that have the nav screen. This engine is revving out to 7,400 RPM, and I'm doing that because the gear ratios on the automatics, the 6-speed automatics, are pretty long, and if you shift at, let's say, 7,000, it does drop you not below VTEC, but pretty close to below VTEC. You are still in VTEC when you shift, so that's fine. I forgot to mention, I also have these little hood spacers here to aid with cooling, and I also think it looks interesting. But yeah, that's about it. Let me show you a little clip of the exhaust real quick, and that'll wrap up this video. And then of course, let me show you those lights real quick since I have the chance. So here is how that reflector looks, just a little LED light. And then of course, whenever you brake, it'll flash a couple times and it will turn solid. And then when you put your turn signal on, it'll go sequential this direction or that direction for that one. So they're pretty sick. It was about $30 for the pair, so I think it's a pretty good mod visually for the TL. And here is the taillights kind of in action. They do look pretty dark. These only really have like one angle where you can really see them at. On the road, it's not an issue, and daily and when the sun is out, you can see them just fine. I've not been pulled over for them at all, so you would be good there if you found a used pair. And then at night, of course, they're fine as well. That's about it for this video. I just thought I would do a little overview of my TL, since there's not that much content on these in the first place, especially for the base models. I know the 6-speed manual all-wheel drive models have a little more content. People like revs a lot, make a lot of content on them. But yeah, these cars can be fast. The fastest I've done with a draggy certified time is a 13.4 on the quarter mile at 103 miles per hour. And 0 to 60 wise, I've done a 5.17 to 60, which is pretty quick for this heavy car. They weigh like 3,700 pounds as it sits right now, I would assume. But yeah, my goal, of course, would be to maybe get like a 12-second pass NA. Maybe with the E85 and some better tires, I could do that. We'll see. I do have, like I said, some plans for the future. E85, those better ported runners, and then of course just little things here and there to do. Let me know what you guys want to see with this car. If you want to see some pulls, if you want to see, I don't know, whatever you guys want to see, it's up to you. But I'll be happy to make some more content with this car since not many people do. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Please like if you liked the video, and please subscribe. That would help a lot for myself, and then of course for other people that have this platform that want to know more but don't really have the content because it's not that prevalent. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.